Hi everyone, so I wanted to make this video because I've been in such a rut, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've personally been loving mine. I've just been getting used to living down here, and it is a huge adjustment. It's very different from where I'm from, and filming both in my apartment and outside has been kind of a challenge, mostly because there's not that much privacy within my apartment. The walls are incredibly thin and it feels a little bit uncomfortable. And filming outside has been even more of a challenge because there's just not that much vast nature, especially away from people. So that's been pretty challenging. Aside from that, I've also just recently been vaccinated, and I wanted to really experience my town without having to worry about making content. And so I've been completely present and really enjoying my time. That has pushed my responsibilities on the back burner, and for me personally, I absolutely cannot stand routines. It's just my own personal hell, and I have tried it, but it really is treacherous. So I've slowly been able to get myself out of this rut because I've come up with the perfect hack. If you hate routines, but you thrive on structure like me, who loves making to-do lists, who loves making goals, but does not enjoy doing the same thing every single day, this will probably work for you. So what I decided is to commit to working on at least, I think, 5 or 6 goals every single day. And they can be as broad or specific as works for you, but for me, they're relatively specific. I just want to make sure that I'm making progress towards my goals every single day, because that way I can make meaningful progress towards something important to me. And without goals, even if it's as simple as moving your body for 30 minutes a day, or maybe cleaning your living space for 10 minutes a day, those things really add up to more meaningful goals over time. And this is just going to enrich your life in such a better way than if you didn't have goals. And I want to share with you what I've decided my goals will be. This in no way is to be as productive as humanly possible and work super hard. It's just a way to force yourself to continue improving your life, whether that is working on small skills or learning something or nourishing your body or practicing using your brain. And to get out of this routine, because I feel like it's so easy to get stuck in front of a screen every single day, and especially with what's been going on in the world in the entire time we've been stuck inside, it's really hard to adapt to semi-regular life again. So this is what I'm going to be doing to avoid routines altogether. So here are the things I'm going to be working towards every single day. The first one is I want to wake up early. I don't exactly know how early, and again, it doesn't have to be very strict or the same time every day. I just want to wake up what I consider early to me, which is 8 or earlier. As long as I do that, I know that I have enough time in the day to achieve more than just a couple things. And I'm the kind of person that if I don't set an alarm, I will sleep at least 13 hours. I will not wake up. So I'm definitely going to be setting an alarm so I can consistently wake up early. And the second thing I'm going to be doing is practicing Spanish. Now, I didn't even think of this in my entire life. Otherwise, I would have tried to learn Spanish earlier, but I recently was looking into the workforce down here, and the perfect job that totally goes with my degree came up, but unfortunately, they required you to be fluent in Spanish, and that's not something I had previously prioritized, and I felt so discouraged, and I don't want anything to get in the way. Whether I decide to go that route or not, I still want to adapt to my environment, because if that is a requirement for that job, it's got to be a very important part of this community, so I think it is very important to cater to that. So I will be practicing Spanish every day until I'm fluent. Hopefully I can do it. I'm just trying it through Duolingo. Again, I'm not going to be so strict with the time or anything. I just want to make sure I am making progress, because every little bit really does add up. So the next thing I want to do is make sure that I am moving my body for 30 minutes a day. And I was exercising like crazy a couple months ago, but I injured myself so severely that I had to then become completely sedentary because I was healing. And to be honest, I'm still not fully healed, but I am at the point where I think I can continue exercising a little bit. And along with that, I also want to be eating a lot healthier, and I have been, and neither of these two things have to do with weight at all. I have to say, I have some severe health anxiety. I always have, and that's in the past manifested as orthorexia, which is just absolute obsession over healthy eating. So I don't want to at all focus on that. I just want to be healthy. I want to know that I'm taking care of my body, and in a way that will allow me to live a long and meaningful life. And I've been doing that by adopting a more plant-based diet. And as I said, I've struggled with orthorexia in the past, so I don't think I can realistically say that I will 100% be strictly vegan, because I want to allow myself forgiveness for the times that I might not be able to follow through with that. If there may not be other options, because over the last 10 days I have not consumed any meat, but I have struggled in finding fully plant-based options at certain restaurants. So I just want to make sure I'm always going to be doing my best. One of my biggest inspirations is Dr. Michael Greger, and he said something along the lines of, it doesn't matter what you eat on your birthday or certain holidays, it's about the choices you make day to day. And I just want to make sure I'm always going in the right direction, that I'm mostly being healthy as I can, and making those right decisions. And since becoming more plant-based in the last 10 days, it has been amazing. Again, some of you might know I studied nutrition, so it felt really important to me to eventually end up in this direction, because it really is the best way to fuel your body. Another thing I want to do every single day is an activity that I enjoy that requires mindfulness. And by this I just mean an activity that you can't multitask in. Something that requires you to be completely present in the moment and not in front of a screen. Because again, I just have a love-hate relationship with screens, I guess, because I feel like it's so easy for time to go flying by when you use that as your main form of entertainment. And it's just my biggest fear to look back one day and realize I was just consuming media most of the time. So I'm happy to say that I have been playing way more board games. I actually recently just purchased one. I want to show you. It's this one. It's called Set. I forgot this game existed. I used to play this many years ago, but I never actually paid attention to what the name was called until a friend recently reintroduced us to that game, and I have been obsessed. If you have not played it, it's definitely worth a try. It feels so good to play that game, not even in a competitive way, but just, I get such a rush of adrenaline when I find a set, because I feel like I'm really using my brain and it feels so powerful. So I definitely recommend that game. If you can spend less time in front of a screen, more time doing physical activities, whether that's using your hands to paint or play cards or even going on a walk, that will make your life so much better in the long run. Other mindfulness activities could be things like reading, video games. To me, video games, because I can't listen to a podcast while I'm playing a video game. I'm fully immersed in that game. So video games or board games or even going on a walk, something where you are specifically choosing to do one thing at a time and something you enjoy. That's what I'm going to be doing. So my last thing I'm going to be doing is making sure I'm being part of my community every single day, whether that is buying something locally, like I bought that game set at a local board game shop. It felt really good. And aside from that, anything as small as walking down the street and learning the streets around my neighborhood or in my town. I just want to feel involved because it's so easy to just stay in your home, buy things on the internet, have them delivered to you, but I really want to be a part of my community. Some things I've been doing lately to be a part of my community is going to local shows, taking public transportation, getting a library card. I recently got the library card. I'm telling you, if you like to read, please check out your local library. I have not gone to the library in probably a decade, and things have drastically changed for the better. For instance, I remember going up to the counter, checking out my books to the librarian, but now all I had to do was go to a kiosk, scan my card, scan my books, and I was gone. And you can rent audiobooks for free, so that's awesome. So I've gone to my local library and I've checked out local art shows, I've seen local stand-up comedians, whatever you can do. I've gone to farmers markets, and aside from that, you can just shop locally as much as humanly possible. Also, another thing I've seen in my area is signs that say, please get gas at your local gas station. So just remember that the tax dollars that go into your purchases go right back into the town that you're spending the money in. So it's been feeling really good to be working on these things because I don't feel confined by a routine, but I've been feeling like every single day it's adding up to something more meaningful. And it just feels so good. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to leave a comment about what you would like to see next. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.